Hey guys, welcome back to another episode finally. Sorry, it took a little bit. We do have full-time jobs, so it's not much we can do. But we'll try and get the content out as much as we can. Today we're doing a Selfie review. Pretty much with George from GS Adventures again.
That's it.
Both got Selfie.
What is Selfie?
What is Selfie?
What is Selfie? Well, essentially, Selfie is a signal booster. So if you have 1 bar of signal, it's going to boost you up to the full capacity as if you had normal signal in town. Yep. So yeah, it's as simple as that. Basically, it only does one thing.
Yeah.
So
boost your signal.
That's it. Boost your signal.
That's
simple as that. Yeah. That's pretty basic.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
The brand is Selfie Go.
Yep.
So
yep.
That's the brand we got anyway.
Yep, that's right.
There might be other brands, but I'm not too sure.
They're the biggest, most popular. All the truckies use them.
Yep.
Pretty much any interstate truckie has it.
Yep.
Now it's getting really popular with 4-wheel drivers.
Yeah.
Of late, probably the last couple of years, really. A lot of farmers have them. Farmers have always had them.
Yep.
Again, just for that remote access on properties, you get a little bit of signal. You got the full lot.
Yep. That's right.
For a lot further, basically.
Yep.
But that's all it is. Essentially, it just boosts. You have a little bit of signal, it's going to boost.
It's going to boost it.
So
how it works. So basically, you got to download an app. Yep. It's called Wave.
Yep.
It will actually Bluetooth through your phone to the device itself. Yeah, the unit itself.
Yep.
Once you've done that and it connects your phone to that device or whatever device you have, whether it's an iPad, computer, phone, anything that's got reception, it'll register and it'll boost automatically itself.
Yep.
You can change the settings in the app itself, in advanced settings.
So you've got auto, which hops between 3G, 4G.
Yep.
Dedicated 3G, dedicated 4G.
Yeah. Or there's stationary or mobile.
Yep.
Obviously stationary you're still,
you're not moving.
mobile you're moving around.
Yep.
That's pretty much it really. That's how it works. You do that, switch it
Boosts
on.
your signal, yeah. You can hotspot then to other people because it is carrier specific. So one thing we'll go into a bit more detail a bit further on in the video is essentially if you're not with Telstra, don't bother. Don't bother.
Yeah.
For what it costs, like look, if it was $200 or $300, I'm sure everyone would have it.
Yep.
You're looking at a bit over 1,000, which again we'll go into more detail of what it costs for us as well.
Yeah. It's not in everyone's budget when they build a car.
Exactly.
So the benefit of it, obviously you're watching this video because it says Selfie in the description, so you're interested in it. So what's the benefit of it?
Look, it serves one purpose, and that is to boost that little bit of signal again to the full capacity.
Yep.
That's about it. It really it serves one purpose.
It serves one
purpose. It's not a multi-purpose.
No, that's it.
Modification, so to speak. No. It does one thing.
Yeah, that's it.
So it is quite limited in its, I suppose, ability. Capability. Absolutely.
Yeah. It will. One benefit I will say is it just expands the coverage a bit further than what it would.
Yeah.
You know, where you drop out, it would probably just expand it a bit further for you.
Correct. Yeah.
Because of the aerials that you have on the car. But
if you're coming into town, like you're just going to get reception. Like if you're remote, you're going to get reception quicker and stronger reception. A lot faster than anyone else. That's essentially
exactly. So basically, a good example is when I went to Fraser Island. A few of the boys and people I was with that didn't have reception at Sandy Cape, I switched the Selfie on. I had 1 bar of 3G through Telstra, and I was able to call. I was able to call George.
It was actually crystal clear.
Yeah, it boosted it up to 3 bar. Didn't go full, but it boosted it up to 3,
which is enough.
Yes,
enough to do what you need.
But I had the settings in the app perfectly to what it needed to be, which will
because you do have to tinker with it a touch.
Yeah, you do.
Absolutely.
So you got to fine tune it essentially.
I suppose. Yeah.
But I did call him at Sandy Cape. I had reception.
And
it is only 3G, so really, if I wanted to watch YouTube at night,
it's not going to happen.
Why are you doing that when you're camping anyway?
Exactly.
But
exactly.
It's a bit slow.
Well, we like to go away and not have reception anyway. Sometimes
that's why people go away, right?
Yeah.
You know,
some people like the reception.
Yeah.
It's
good for emergencies, but
exactly. That was really good. Yeah, Sam. What do you mean the 300 series not coming yet? I've been waiting for fucking 6 months, mate. I'm sick of this fucking 200 series.
All right. So
cost
of it.
Cost? Yep.
Well, I paid, as a fact, was $1,110. That was from an actual shop in Fishwick, Canberra.
Yep.
So he might want to make his percentage on that. I'm not too sure.
It is cheaper online. So
Yeah.
for Chris's kit, cheapest I've found it online currently is $999. So $1,000.
$1,000
With the you've got the RFI antenna.
Yep. The big boy. There's 3 RFIs.
Yeah.
I got the biggest.
The biggest one. Yeah. So I went a little bit more bougie, I suppose, and
Aesthetic.
I went the aesthetic, I suppose, matching with my XRS unit, and I got the GME 6.6 dpi self-eye antenna, which was a little bit more. So I paid $11.50.
Okay.
So very comparative. Again, from a shop. Online, I think they were a bit more expensive. So shout out to Kyle at Audio Tech as always for looking after us.
Yep. He has done a lot of work on both these cars.
Yeah. So yeah, that's what we paid. And then installed. Look, actually, Josh at my auto electric look at JW Automotive. He looked after me and didn't charge me. So as part of a bit of a package we did, so he didn't charge me, but he said, look, if I was to charge a customer, he goes, you're looking at like 2 hours labour.
Okay.
So call it $300.
Yeah. Okay. Allocate $1,500. If you want to get a
that's
self-buy,
yeah.
budget $1,500.
Budget $1,500.
You might get change, you might not.
Yeah.
So
but with that said, you did your own.
I did it on my own.
It's
I installed on my own.
easy.
Yeah.
It's-
It is
it
easy.
is easy, yeah.
It's just you're running wires.
Yeah.
You know. So
It's just about how neat you want things, and
yeah.
ours are a bit different, I suppose, how they're wired in. But we'll go into that as well in the next section. Yeah.
Righto, so how does it wire in? So when you get it in a box, it actually comes with just a cigarette socket, 12 volt.
Yeah.
Plug it in and it turns on virtually
That's
straight
your
away.
power.
That's your power. It's done.
Yeah. There's no switch. So
Speaking of power, it actually doesn't drain a lot of power at all.
Yeah.
So it's great, even if you leave it on constantly. Wouldn't recommend it. But
I think it was. What were we? I was like 1.5, 2 amp.
yeah, 2 amp.
Not even.
No.
Like it's nothing. It's
No,
it's
nothing.
minimal. It's
Yeah.
minimal.
But a lot of separate companies, they do switches. So I've got a switch in here, which I'll show you now. It's actually self-eye, says it on the switch. Lights up.
I've got the
You've
same
got the
setup.
same.
Yeah.
I got mine from Air on board, so
Yep.
you know they come with that. You can get the push switches, you can get the flicks.
Yeah. Mine's from Light Force.
Light Force, yeah,
Mine's
Light
from
Force.
Light
do it.
Force.
Yeah,
And it literally just says self-eye. I turn it on.
you know what
There's
you're
power.
clicking. Yeah,
And then essentially you do everything through the app. So
yeah,
the only thing is when you're installing it is obviously the separation of the two antennas have to
Yes.
be. That's quite important.
Yeah.
So obviously your big aerial on your bull bar or wherever you put it. Some people put them on their spare tire or whatever. Ours are on the bull bar. Obviously there has to be a separation between your receiving antenna to your output antenna, which is the small one, which
in your car.
which has to go in your car.
Yeah.
And so mine's up on my rear wall, just up here, just behind the window there, so it gets outputs good signal.
Mine's on the windscreen.
Yep. So that's it. As long as they're separated, I think. What did they say? They say at least. What did they say? At least 1.5 meters.
At least a
I
metre
think,
and a
from
half,
memory.
yeah.
So you got to have some separation. Again, to the windscreen's fine.
Yeah.
If you got your big antenna on your bull bar to where the small output antenna is, it's fine.
So for those who don't know what we're talking about here,
Yeah.
the kit is the actual module.
Mhm.
One antenna on one side goes to the outside of the car, which is his GME aerial, my RFI aerial.
Yep.
And then the other side is your in antenna, like in your car.
Yep.
So that'll give it to your phone basically.
Which is your output,
Yes.
rather. That's your output,
Yep.
which is what gives you your signal.
in the phone, which is your internal of a house, internal of a shed, internal of the car,
Anywhere.
antenna. And
Wherever
that's-
you need the signal.
Yeah, and that should be separated.
Yep.
And when we say switch, it actually doesn't come with the switch, so don't expect it to come with one. You've got to buy it aftermarket, and then you actually have to wire that in separately.
Yep.
You know, make it easy. The benefit of a switch is obviously you're going to hide your module,
Yep.
put it wherever you want, and never look at it again.
That's it.
And just switch it on.
Under the seat.
Lights are on.
Wherever.
You're good to go. So it's not aesthetically pleasing. So you know,
It is a small unit. With that said,
yeah.
we'll do a bit of a run through of ours and what the unit sort of looks like. But it's not a big unit, I would say, and it's pretty slim, so you can hide it quite easily.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, we like our stuff hidden away.
Yeah. All right, carriers.
Yep.
This is the main thing for this self-eye. Yep. Both of us have been told by the professionals, if you're not with Telstra in Australia, do not bother getting it.
Yep.
I was with Vodafone previously on my mobile phone.
And they're bad enough as it is.
They're bad enough as it is. Yes, they're cheap, but they're bad enough as it is.
Yeah.
I actually swapped to Telstra on my phone because I was getting the self-eye.
Yeah.
And the coverage, yes.
Yeah.
They are a bit more expensive, but basically, because you need that little bit of reception for it to boost,
which is why Telstra has a bigger coverage.
They do. Around
period.
Australia.
They have the biggest coverage.
Yes, that's right.
So you're going to get more
Coverage.
You're going to get more
With Telstra.
usability out of your cell-fi by having that extra coverage everywhere else through Telstra.
Yeah. But with that being said, the new Telstra with your 5G, it doesn't boost the 5G.
Correct.
I'm sure there's going to be
It'll
something
be in
that
the
comes
future.
out
Yeah.
that cell-fi will make that will boost the 5G. But for now, it's 4G and 3G only, which is not a problem. It's fine for us.
It's enough. Like, it does its job. Again, it's there to send a little text,
Then you're done.
make a phone call.
Yeah. I've never been with Optus, so I couldn't tell you that. But I have been with Vodafone and no cell-fi.
Well, they did, and we were told quite clearly by those guys that sell those units day in, day out.
Yeah.
And they said, if you are not with Telstra, do not even bother.
Yeah.
Like, you have to be with Telstra to get, again, that little bit extra performance that you're paying for. And again, it's a big investment. So again, if you're not with Telstra, forget it.
All right. Is it worth doing? Surprisingly, I'm going to say no.
Yeah, I'm going to say no as well. Yeah.
I'm going to say no purely for the cost.
Yeah, cost and it's a limited usability. Yeah, it just does one thing. I mean, a lot of people, guys that are watching this, you're probably looking at would you rather do cell-fi or a sat phone for your remote travel?
Yeah.
And hands down, I'd probably take a sat phone.
I'd still take a sat phone. Even with
as
the
well.
cell-fi?
Yeah, I'd still take a sat
You're
phone
being
for
stupid
remote travel.
Yeah. If you go in the middle of Simpson, the cell-fi is going to do nothing.
It's going to be useless. Yeah.
Because you need that little bit of reception. So
Correct. So it's good for fringe camping, like your weekender stuff.
Yeah.
I know a lot of the stuff that we do a bit more locally, like let's say within under 3 hours, sub 3 hours.
Yeah.
Most places have a touch of reception, or if they don't, within close to that vicinity, you have some reception, so you're going to get that full ability to make a phone call or do what you need to do on the phone.
Yep.
Send a text, whatever, say family, we're good, we're safe, whatever the case is.
Or if you need, to get on Google real quick, find a park for the car.
Yep.
You can do
whatever it is. Yeah, correct.
That's
correct.
about it.
Yeah.
Other than that,
so it is limited. Is it worth it? Yeah, probably not. No.
Probably not. I'd say no, unless you're going to budget that in to start with when you build a car,
which is what we did.
Yeah, get it, sure. But if you haven't budgeted in and you're constantly reviewing it to look at it, it's not even worth it.
Yeah, I agree. Cheers.
Cheers.
Another episode.